Welcome, KZOOMers. It is a very special time because it's Shabbat B'Shalach, which is Shabbat Shira, the Shabbat of song. And if you want to know about song, you go to the Song of Songs. And it's called Shabbat Shira because of the song that Miriam sang after crossing the sea. And the idea is that the song is really kind of a sign of our freedom. Like when we are liberated, the first thing we do is we sing and we dance, and that opens up these kind of resources in us that's going to allow us to move into whatever wilderness we find ourselves in. And we have been finding ourselves in some wildernesses.
Holy God. Yeah, buddy.
But we...
interesting times.
So we want to really shore up our spiritual practice. And the theme for this KZOOM is intimacy with the beloved. It's really finding ourselves in loving connection with the whole of life. And within that, there's a drama that unfolds. But if we keep that sense of intimacy, of closeness with the mystery, we are then given access to our wisdom, to our love. So the lines that are sending us from the Song of Songs says, my beloved is mine, and I am his. He pastures among the lilies.
Before the day blows on and the shadows flee, turn away, my love, and be like a gazelle, a wild stag on the jagged mountains.
So there is this connection with the unseen, and we come into relationship. Martin Buber says, whoever says you, that's what it means to be in relationship. Whoever says you does not have something, he has nothing, but he stands in relation. So to stand in relation always means to contradict the illusion of our separation. And so when I sing, my beloved is mine, and I am his, he pastures among the lilies, I am coming out of that illusion of separation and putting myself in connection and in mutuality. So what I've been experimenting with this chant is when I say Dodi, I kind of reach out into the world. And when I say Li, I find that place deep within my heart. And then when I say Ani, I find that place within me. And when I say Lo, I find that divinity out here. And the kind of going back and forth in the chant between those two places, the God here and the God here, is what ends up connecting me. So you can try it if you want, even with a gesture that says Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Haroeh Bashoshani. And when I say Haroeh Bashoshanim, I'm just kind of celebrating this connection that I have. Haroeh Bashoshani, Haroeh Bashoshani, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Haroeh Bashoshani, Haroeh Bashoshani, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Haroeh Bashoshani, Haroeh Bashoshani, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Haroeh Bashoshani, Haroeh Bashoshani, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi va'ani lo, Dodi בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, דודי לי ואני לו, הרואה בשושנים, הרואה בשושנים. Just close your eyes, focus on the breath, and feel yourself being breathed by the Beloved. Just filling up with God's breath in us, sending that breath out to God. And so we're with our practice, we're just growing our love, because that's what the world needs, and also it's what we need when we get triggered by the world, when we get afraid, when we get outraged, when we, get angry, we want to always be able to find a pathway to return to our love. And so I think our practice is what kind of establishes that pathway of tshuva, of returning to our love. There's a wonderful book that was called Intimacy with God. It's about centering prayer. It's by Father Thomas Keating, and he says we are summoned into the presence of God by the fact of our birth, but we become present to God only by our consent. And that's this idea of just lowering my resistance to that powerful force of transformation that's moving in the world. And sometimes we don't notice that it's there. And Rumi has this explanation of sometimes of why we don't notice. But Rumi, channeling God, says, I am so close I may look distant. So completely mixed with you I may look separate. So out in the open I appear hidden. So silent because I am constantly talking with you. That Rumi. He always nails it, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah. Every time.
So, so I look to the sacred text to help me as I do this practice of growing my love. And there is these words that I want to share with you from Psalm, 55, verse 7. And it says, it's in the Psalm itself is talking about being in a difficult situation, when we sort of don't know what to do, and the psalmist says, "With wings like a dove, I would fly away, and find shelter in your presence." And that idea that sometimes that sense of not being so tangled up in the world, but being able to, at a moment's notice, to fly away into the arms of Shekhinah, of that divine presence. And the two Hebrew words that we will sing say "aufa," which I will fly away. Aufa. V'eshkona. Which Eshkona? No. Eshkona has hidden. It's a kind of a word that means to find where to land, really, to find my rest. But it has hidden in that word. The Shekhinah is in that in the word. It is hiding inside that word. So I translated it as "find shelter in your presence," speaking to that divine presence that is kind of waiting to embrace us, and we need to be able to, in moments of feeling triggered, upset, we need to be able to fly away, not to leave the world, but to be able to recharge, recenter, regain perspective. And that's what the birds. And the birds. There is a tradition on Shabbat Shira to feed the birds. Well, we feed the birds all the time, but especially Shabbat Shira, because the birds are our teachers of song, really. So I'm going to teach you this practice, and maybe it will be useful to you. And it has, I think, a calming kind of influence that sometimes we might need. And to know that we are not trapped anywhere, really. we can, we always have, we have these wings that can bring us to the wide perspective. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. HaUfav'esh 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 I would fly away. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. HaUfav'esh 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 I would fly away. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. With wings like a dove, I would fly and find shelter in your presence. HaUfav'esh 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 I would fly away. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. HaUfav'esh 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 I would fly away. With wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. with wings like a dove, I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. I will I would fly away with wings like a dove. I would fly away and find shelter in your presence. With wings like a dove, I would fly and find shelter in your presence. I would fly away with wings like a dove. I would fly and find shelter in your presence. With wings like a dove, I would fly and find shelter in your presence. I would fly away. Once more. With wings like a dove, I would fly and find shelter in your presence. With wings like a dove, I would fly and find shelter in your presence. I would fly away. So as we take shelter in that Shekhinah, that divine presence, that divine presence comes closer. John Robinson said, as we let presence come closer, surrounding and touching us like the warm softness of a blanket. We begin to feel peaceful, content, relaxed, and safe. There's no fear, time, urgency, or worry in this loving and protected space. Moreover, experiencing this closeness and unity with presence often evokes immense joy, which some describe as the soul's response to its reunion and renewed intimacy with God. So that's this intimacy of drawing close, and we're doing that, in the midst of the world. But at any moment, we can stop, can find the breath, we can find our heart, we can keep on, coming back to our love. Kabir Helminski is a great teacher of love, and he says there is a knowledge and a practice of connecting ourselves with cosmic life. It has nothing to do with belief. It is learned. It is increased by our consciousness of it, by our increasing awareness of the abundance of cosmic energy. Life is infinite, and this infinity can be tapped. The only limitation is one of awareness. This infinity can be tapped. The only limitation is one of awareness. So we are increasing our awareness of that cosmic energy, of that infinity, and tapping into the infinity that will then kind of inform the finite world that we live in. And we do it through reaching out to the beloved, and also consenting to the transforming presence of the beloved in us, which means, that consent is a kind of surrender of my tight grip on the illusion of control, right? And so I keep having to surrender that. And so sometimes, that sense to be able to say to God, I'm yours, and all of this, everything that He says, it's all yours, it's all you, it's all the clothes that you wear, really. It's all you, and I have to keep coming back to growing my love, because through that love, I can then connect with the wholeness of life, right? So this practice that I want to do with you, that's called yours, comes from Psalm 74, and the words in Hebrew, lecha yom, af lecha laila. And I kind of keep going with that. Yours is the day, yours is the night. And then I continue in English. I say, yours is the dark and yours is the light. I am yours and you are mine, which means Dodi anilo. Dodi anilo. I am yours and you are mine. And wherever I look, it is you that I find. I can't get away from you. You are the glue that holds it all together. And I remember that the saying, "What is essential is invisible to the eye."
Little Prince.
Yeah, Little Prince said that. It was in the Little Prince, but Fred Rogers had it on his desk.
Oh,
Fred Rogers, as a reminder, what is essential is invisible to the eye. And so, so we got to open a different eye, really, to see what is essential, and see, and let that essential encompass the world that we see, that it holds it all. So I like to do this this chant as a kind of a zikr, a bowing practice. Not sure if I can reach the drum or not here. Whether I can, maybe.
Doing pretty good, but I'm just recovering my
He's
voice
recovering.
from having bronchitis kind of stuff. So, so far, so
But
good.
you're doing good, honey.
Good.
So Rachmil will keep that lachayom going.
God willing. That's
And
right,
so
Hashem.
the idea of a bowing practice is kind of a way to like get out of your head and intensify the chant. And you know, and I think that maybe what the medicine is that we get so wrapped up in me, mine, I, that to be able to like let that go, to let that tight hold on your own identity and your what you have, you know, my fears, my loves, my sickness, my everything. We wanted just to be able to say, "Oh no, it's all yours. I'm going to surrender it all," and what a relief! What a relief! Not to be holding so tight onto our lives, letting it, giving it away. So we say, L'chaim aflecha laila, L'chaim aflecha laila, L'chaim aflecha laila, L'chaim aflecha laila. Yours is the day, yours is the night. attention to the breath. And let every exhale be a kind of a surrender, giving yourself away, and let every inhale be a filling up with God. Every exhale be a surrender to yours. Taking in a new life, letting go of the old life. Taking in inspiration, letting go of fear, despair, old stuff. And let every breath be a surrender. So as we can connect ourselves with an intimacy with the beloved, with the great mystery, I wanted to bring this this teaching from Rav Kook, who's an amazing mystic who was the first chief rabbi of Israel before it was even Israel, and he really got it with this, and I'm going to read it slowly and maybe repeat it a little bit. It says, all conceptual entanglements among human beings and all the inner mental conflicts suffered by each individual results solely from our cloudy concept of the divine. All conceptual entanglements among human beings and all the inner mental conflicts suffered by each individual result solely from our cloudy concept of the divine. All thoughts, whether practical or theoretical, flow out of the boundless divine ocean and return there. And so here's our instructions. He says, constantly clarify the mind so that it is free of the dross
Sure.
of deceptive fantasies, groundless fears, bad habits, and deficiencies. By cleaving in love, that's what Dveikut is, by cleaving in love and full awareness to the source of life, the soul shines from the supernal lights, and all feelings, thoughts, and actions are refined. As this fundamental awareness becomes clearer in the recesses of the soul, then excitement and cleaving to the divine, Dveikut, is activated, conducting the entire course of life. So this fundamental awareness, as it becomes clearer in the recesses of the soul, then excitement and Dveikut, this loving connection, is activated, which then is conducting the entire course of life. Wow. So I wanted that to be our inspiration for this last practice of intimacy, which is called the promise of connection, and it is a walking meditation. If you'd like to get up and do a little walking with it, and it's a promise of connection. So it says when you are aligned, when you give yourself, when you surrender some of your small self, really, and open to the big self, then God says, I will walk within among you, and I will be your God, and you will be my people. We will have this relationship at the core of everything. That's going to be the driver, in a way, of all our actions, all our relationships, having this sense of God at the center of it all, a sense of presence. Yeah, that's what's going to get us through. Mm-hmm. And can we walk with that? With that awareness, and kind of make room in our step, for God to be walking in us, with us, among us, between us. So put on your walking shoes.
Or barefoot.
והתהלכתי בתוככם והייתי לכם אלוהים. 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 So if you've been walking, just to find yourself still and bring your attention to the soles of your feet and feel that connection of God holding you, sending you, supporting you from below. A kind of a God being the great dance floor that sends us to our dance. And we are doing this dance together in connection with all of creation. So we want to bring that awareness and that joy, meeting every challenge with joy. That's what the hope, the possibility I hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So invite you to take a look around the KZOOM room, give a nod of thanks to everybody here for supporting your practice.
Yay. Yay.
And next week there is no KZOOM.
Because somebody's smiling. And Mary Rita is smiling
Rita.
because next week at this time she's going to be with Sheffield.
Oh, and Susan and Wendy are going to be there on retreat.
Yeah, and Lena. Oh,
Right?
my. Lots of smiles
Right.
in Connecticut.
In Connecticut. So we're going to be doing
But we'll be back the following week.
We'll be back the following week. I'll miss you. And please go to the website, see what's new, because there are new things all the time. I'm putting new practices on all the time. And give a little donation and see if there's a retreat you want to come sign up for. And I'm going to stop the recording.